Hello, my name is Raymond Adley. Today, I will be talking about individualism and collectivist culture. I will talk about how it impacts me, the way I speak, and how I present myself. Individualism culture usually means you do things alone. You typically don't follow anyone or what most people say. You go on about your day as yourself. As for collectivism culture, you do the opposite. Typically, you are always in a group. You do everything together, and you also follow each other. You may even go on to follow each other's fashion sense, hobbies, or etc. You mostly prioritize family, groups, and friends. Most people from the US take part in individualism culture. Seeing as I'm from the US, I am no different. I typically like to do things alone. I follow myself not being a part of a group or following a leader. I go about my days myself and follow my own path in life, seeing as I seek to be like no other. Individualism culture impacts the way I see people as I'm able to see how some people fit in or how some people are different from the rest. It changes how I communicate with others more directly, seeing as I will usually just ask for what it is that I want or desire. While direct speaking is a way to communicate an individual, so is nonverbal communication. Nonverbal communication is very important in individualism culture. Body language usually tells a lot about someone before approaching or talking to them. For example, you can tell by someone's face, posture, stance, or hand gesture whether they wish to talk to you or not. A simple flip off like so means that they do not wish to speak with you. It would mean that they want you to go away. As for instance, a welcoming smile or a head nod such as this is more welcoming, meaning as they either want you to follow you or they would like to wish to hear as to what you like to say. This doesn't take away too much when speaking to other types of culture, seeing as nonverbal communication is important in almost every culture. Even in collectivism culture, nonverbal communication is also a good way to interact with mass crowds. Individualism is also a good way to communicate with mass crowds simply due to the fact you can be direct with them and tell you what you want easily. Normally, you would probably have to scream, but you would still be able to directly tell them what you want. You can even use nonverbal communication to do so as well. Advantages to this is that you know how to ask what you want when in a crowd. However, the disadvantage to individual culture is that you won't be used to the mass amount of people. Seeing as normally you're by yourself and not in a group, it wouldn't be as easy or as natural as it was for others to be in a group. You would find yourself more complicated and in a different situation than normal, making you probably more uncomfortable, nervous, or maybe not knowing what to say. You would probably stutter, or you would probably be very confused on what to say. This is natural. In conclusion, individualist culture has its pros and cons. Pros is that you're very direct. You know how to follow yourself. You can be yourself, and on top of that, you know how to function alone. However, the cons is that you probably won't function the best in a group as you would if you were by yourself. I say that it can impact your life in either a positive and negative way depending on you in general. It can affect you in a positive way if you are mostly prefer to be alone. However, it would affect you in a negative way if you prefer to be in groups. That is all.